The Taiping Shan Medical Heritage Trail, Section 1, Section 3, and Section 8, Excerpt. Materials are prepared by Valerie. The Taiping Shan Trail consists of two sections, the Taiping Shan section and the Sai Ying Pun section. The Taiping Shan district is significant because it was the first in Hong Kong to be developed as a Chinese quarter by the Hong Kong government in 1843. The Sai Ying Pun residential district was developed about a decade later. Overcrowding, lack of sanitary facilities, and defective design of the tenement houses led to extremely poor living conditions, with accumulation of filth and proliferation of rats. Plague first broke out in this district in 1894, leading to the evacuation of part of the worst affected area and government's resumption of properties after passing of the Taiping Shan Resumption Ordinance 1894. The present Hong Kong Museum of Medical Sciences building was built in the Taiping Shan Resumption area and opened in 1906 as the Bacteriological Institute for Control of Epidemics and Surveillance Purposes. Station 1. Hong Kong Museum of Medical Sciences, former Old Pathological Institute. The building was located on the upper edge of the Taiping Shan Resumption area, which was seriously affected by the 1894 plague. The site composes of the main building, the staff quarters, and the laboratory animal house. It was officially opened in 1906 as the Bacteriological Institute and renamed the Pathological Institute after the Second World War in 1946. It was the first purpose-built laboratory for medical and public health services in Hong Kong, and served as a center for disease surveillance and health protection, including vaccine production, until 1973, when all services were moved to newly built facilities. The building complex was declared as a monument in 1990 and leased to the Hong Kong Museum of Medical Sciences Society in 1995 to transform it into a museum. It was opened in 1996. Station 3, Blake Garden. The garden was originally the center of the Taiping Shan district, the dense Chinese living quarters. The houses built here were small, closely packed, and with only very small doors and few window openings for ventilation. The lack of water supply to the houses, narrow street length, and open drainage lead to the serious sanitary problems. The first case of plague infection was recorded here and then spread through Hong Kong in 1894. There were totally about 2,500 deaths out of about 2,600 cases in the 1894 plague. The Hong Kong government passed the Taiping Shan Resumption Ordinance in late 1894 to resume all the properties for redevelopment. The center part of the area was reserved as an open space to relieve overcrowding, and the public garden erected at the site was named Blake Garden in honor of the governor at that time, Sir Henry Blake, and was opened on the 22nd of August 1905. Station 8, Tung Wah Hospital. The hospital started construction in 1870 and was completed in 1872. Tung Wah Hospital is unique as it was China's first hospital providing Chinese medicine services on an inpatient basis, to be set up under a Western hospital system. It included a main hall, patients' wings, mortuary, herbs pharmacy, and a kitchen with many individual stoves for preparing the herbal soups. The hospital was run by a board of directors, which was elected annually among those leading Chinese at that time, under the guidance of Hong Kong government. A Western-trained medical doctor and the associated services was subsequently added to the hospital after the 1894 plague, which allowed the local Chinese to choose between receiving traditional Chinese or Western medical care at the hospital. For inquiries and booking of guided walks, contact the Hong Kong Museum of Medical Sciences at 852-2549-5123. Thank you very much.